Donald Trump is the biggest freak in the world, and subsequently, he is a freak magnet. And one of the biggest freaks surrounding him, of course, is smoky eye sociopath J.D. Vance.
Death, death, death.
President Trump has made several false claims about violence against white farmers in South Africa in a tense meeting with the country's president. He played this video on a big screen in the Oval Office, saying it showed burial sites for over 1,000 white farmers. But it doesn't show burial sites at all.
Can we all agree that this is one of the most embarrassing fucking things that we've ever watched? I have a message directly for Donald Trump. There is genocide occurring all across the entire world, and somehow you seem to be focused on white farmers that aren't even from this country. The most contradicting fucking part about all of that, though, is that you have the audacity to call that shit a genocide, but yet you can't address any of the actual genocide that people don't believe is occurring in Gaza. You could have even talked about the Congo, since you want to bring up shit happening in Africa, but yet you didn't. And then you allow them to resettle in the US as refugees? Is this shit a fucking joke?
Discrimination, something South Africa's government denies. The Afrikaners are descended from Dutch settlers who arrived 4 centuries ago to South Africa and who led the government which brought in apartheid, a racially segregated political system which has led to discrimination against black South Africans, and it's no longer in force. Well, usually it takes years for the US government to process refugee applications, but this group waited only 3 months. Well, our North America correspondent Nomia Iqbal has been speaking to one of those who made the journey.
If you're white, you're wrong in South Africa. You're a land thief, you are a racist. The whole time it's being told, and there is racist white people, plenty of them.
You say you're not a racist white person?
No, not at all. I've got many black friends. I think I've got more African black men as friends as white friends. I'm tired of being told, just because I'm white, I'm a thief. Just because I'm white, I'm wrong in this. I had nothing to do with apartheid. Nothing, nothing, nothing.
Is there anything specific that's happened, Charles, that made you think, I've got to get out of here? I've got to leave?
After the death rates and stuff and my machinery being cut up, and I'm still, after reporting everything to the police, not getting any protection or anything like that, the only thing that's left on my farm is a sign that says mining area. All the fences has been taken off, boom gates has been broken off.
There are voices out there, including the South African president, who has called you cowards.
Yeah.
You've got other Afrikaners who are saying that you're not refugees, you're opportunists, that you've abandoned the country. What would you say to those people?
I had to leave a 5-bedroom house, which I will lose now because I'm not going to pay for it, behind, my car behind, my dogs behind, my mother behind. It is not, I didn't come here for fun, but my children are safe.
What was it like when you got off the shuttle bus and came into that hangar and were greeted by the Trump administration?
It was overwhelming. I didn't expect that because I thought we're going to be in a shuttle bus, taken somewhere, and we must start working. All of us that is there, we know we're going to start here from the bottom because we are the new people here. We're going to start from the bottom, 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 bottom.
Do you ever worry that you might be caught up in some big political game here? That you're a pawn somehow?
Yeah, it's a scary, scary thing, but people mustn't think we're just taking advantage of this. We're coming here to make a contribution to the country.
Old tweets of yours have been dug up in which you appear to have made anti-Semitic comments, and so people are questioning, should you be here?
Yeah,
what would you say to that?
I would like them...
What would you like to clarify?
I've deleted the comment. But I was actually thinking I should have not deleted it. If you can look where I commented on, it was Passover, the Orthodox Jews, and I'm Christian, were spitting and screaming and bumping Christians walking with the cross. For me as a Christian, that is not acceptable. In Israel, and I went and I said something on Twitter, which I copy and pasted from somebody else's page, because if you go read my post, you'll see it's not the way I write.
So you had quoted someone else. I mean, the quotes...
I copied and pasted it.
The quotes were anti-Semitic. Yeah. They said Jews are dangerous people, they're untrustworthy, they're not God's chosen people.
I was super angry.
So you did it out of anger?
Yeah. And I was in hospital at that point of time. I was on morphine. But that's not an excuse.
Drugs don't make you an anti-Semite, though, do they?
Even now, if I would see any person going against my religion, I will speak up against it.
You have high hopes being here in America. Is there a part of you that is anxious that it might not work out?
No, to be honest with you, because of my belief, I believe this is God's plan for me.
Everything that Donald Trump said about this alleged genocide in South Africa is not happening, but he needed to prove his point, give a reason why he brought these people in. The bottom line is, it's about racism, it's about performance, it's about stupid shit. That's what Donald Trump does.
If you saw the White House meeting yesterday with the South African president, and you saw Trump pull out two things, which were obviously in an attempt to justify, this season of America as the most racist country on planet Earth. He showed a video where there were crosses like lining an interstate, like a road, and supposedly those were all like the burial sites for, many killed white South Africans. And then he also showed a picture of like a burial. All right, well, it has come out now that those two pieces were not as he presented them. So let me tell you what they were, so you can push back against the bullshit talking narrative of the MAGA cultists.